What's up guys, Kabe here. We're back with another video, and as I heard, we're doing I'm calling it a 2000s like Brent Faiyaz kind of style. The project is really simple. As y'all can see, you guys know my journey here on this channel. I'm trying to simplify my music a ton, and I'm gonna keep trying to simplify it this year. Happy New Year, by the way. And yeah, let's get right into this breakdown. Like I said, this is a really simple one, and we started with the chords here. This is the preset called Sign Here Please. This is probably from Loner, yeah. You can clearly see I did not play these. I clicked those in, and they are really simple intervals. So we're starting with an F sharp minor. If you want to build a minor chord, you just put the root note and then jump 2, put another note, and then jump 3, put another note. And the same intervals we can see here, 3, 2, 3, to build our chords. One of the things that helps me a ton with building chords is using the bass. So I remember when I made this, I probably had the first chord down, and then I started to think about the bass and where I wanted to go with the bass and build the other chords on top of that bass notes. After I had that done, I just copied this over, went into Xenology, and I'm addicted to Xenology right now. And I use this analog brass sound here, and this is how it sounds. Quite a simple sound, and the thing that I really liked about this is that I went into Xenology here. I didn't want it to clash with the signs that we had here, but have it on a different rhythm. So Xenology has these cool knobs in the basic tab here that just lets you do like quick adjustments. I just brought the cutoff a little bit, pulled up the resonance a little, and what's giving this slow attack feeling is the attack knob that I'm just putting up a little bit. This is how it sounds normally. Much more like straight attack, and I'm bringing the attack up a little bit to have this swelling sound so it doesn't clash the sine waves that we had here. I brought those same chords, I put it into SRX Orchestra, and this is where I started to build this rompler vibe, and the Roland plugins, they're really good for that. If we're talking about orchestra and violins and strings emulation, these does not sound like real violins. And we've done plenty of times here on this channel compositions with Spitfire banks that are actively trying to emulate strings like real strings. But this is not what I wanted. I really wanted this like lo-fi cheap rompler kind of vibe to it. So that's why I went with SRX Orchestra. Let's look at the mix a little bit. As usual, pretty simple. Analog Lab, only the EQ2 cutting the lows. Right here, EQ2 spreader in delay 3, and same thing, I'm just using spreader here on the strings, and then UAD LA2A compressor. After I had those chords done, I went into Trillion and clicked this bass pattern here. Again, I just clicked this in, super simple pattern. After I had this one down, the only thing that I did, I just copied it over and transposed it to the next chord, and that's how I did this whole bass line, just copying and transposing to the next chord here. After that, our main melody for this sample is this, again, string sounds that doesn't sound exactly like a string or a real string. It sounds like a rompler, and it's a arp that I'm doing, just arpeggiating the chords that we had, and this is how it sounds. It's cheap sounding, and what I wanted was for it to be cheap sounding, and I think it kind of fits well together with the other sounds. Another thing that I added was on SRX keyboard, just so we can develop that idea a little bit more. I went in there and I found this flute sound here, and then I just laid down this simple top line. If we continue a little bit more, I wanted to do just a little B section for the sample, just so it doesn't just loop that one part. And I'm just using this bass sound from Serum, following again the chorus of the sample. So this is how it sounds. Really cool. It's really aggressive. It's tonally very different from everything else on that sample. And on top of that, I just went into Region Neon. This is a free plugin by my boys at Loophole. It's a free plugin. You can just go on their website and download it for free. It basically generates a bunch of different sounds, and it's not AI. What it does is that they have this gigantic chain here of plugins, and Louis Flynn, the person who was one of the developers of this plugin, walked me through this, and it's a whole thing. And every time that you hit the generate button, it generates a new sound. There's a lot of more stuff. There's video on their channel showcasing the plugin. I don't gain anything from this. It's a free plugin. I just really recommend it. So Region Light, I went into the Neon version. There's 3 versions. I went into the Neon version, and the reason why I wanted Region is because I wanted this like saw wave sound. And one thing that I wanted to do is play a little bit with these slides here on the piano roll. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but if you're using stock plugins, which Region basically is, it's ran on stock plugins, you can really easily on FL do these slide notes. Let me play it for y'all so y'all can see how this sounds. I really wanted that video gamey like sound, and with Region I can easily do these slides here. So what I'm doing is basically composing a little melody using just the slides and these sustaining notes. So it goes up and then down. Pretty simple, just using the slide notes. One thing that you need to pay attention, these have different colors. Colors on FL are different MIDI channels. So I'm using the blue channel here for the melody because I just want this slide note to affect only the blue notes. So these green notes, they keep playing below the top melody that we made with the slide notes. And right here, I wanted to slide in this chord. Let me bring these notes more so I can really see the effects. So that's another tool to add to your toolbox if you're dealing with stock plugins. I believe it only works with stock plugins. If someone else knows how to do this with third-party plugins, please leave it in the comments because I really want to know. And this is basically our entire sample for today. And since we're already here, I made a beat to this, so I might as well show you guys this how the channel rec looks and this how the channel rec sounds. It might seem a little complicated at first, but when I'm making these, I'm just doing one layer at a time, so you don't need to wrap your head around everything at once. The only thing a little bit different that I'm doing here is using this main swing on FL. I think it's a really overlooked knob on FL Studio. You can bring this up, and what I'm gonna do is just bring it up slightly so y'all can see the effect that it gives the drums, but way more pronounced. I'm leaving at a tasty 12%. That's good enough for me. The beat, it's basically just that same drum loop that we have here looping throughout the beat. The only little things I'm doing here is cutting it out sometimes, so we have a little bit of variation like we have right here. But nothing more besides that. It's really simple. And here on the intro, I just resample a little beat here, so we have this 4-count intro. And again, super simple beat, super simple project today for you guys. I've been trying to simplify my music a ton. Last year. I'll continue to do that this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.